Hi guys, welcome to Our Little Home episode 1. I'm Chevelle.
And I'm Georgie.
And today we're going to show you through our new project. It's a 1997 Fleetwood prowler. It's a caravan, a 25-foot one that we're converting into a tiny home. So here's the tour.
Got some nice stairs. They're rusty, they're going to need some work. When we come in, got a little table. The table will have to be moved because at the moment we're thinking this will be our bedroom area. Yeah, so it came with this. This is a sofa bed. It folds up into a sofa and then folds down to a bed. That won't be staying because we're going to build in some furniture when we decide on the floor plan. It came with all these blinds. Some of them are a bit damaged though because we realised when we got home that we really needed to pull them up like this one is. So that was a little bit silly of us. It came with this cupboard as well. It's a pretty average cupboard, not really much to see there anyway. And we move on to the kitchen. It's yeah, it's a pretty decent kitchen. It's got quite a lot of cupboard space as far as caravans go anyway. It's got a little water heater in there. I'm not sure if we're going to keep that water heater. We might keep the water heater, we don't know yet. So it's, yeah, it's got some decent room in there. This drawer goes in here, but it needs some work done on it, so the runners on most of the drawers are a little bit broken, so that's a job for hubby to fix up. Like that, the runners are a bit broken on that one as well. It was pretty stinky when we bought it. It smelled a lot like cigarettes, so we've got some flowers in here to kind of freshen it up. It came with this little fridge. I can't remember how big it was, but it's a Fisher & Paykel. It's got a really high energy rating, so it's yeah, it was a good score to come with it. I don't think we'll keep it because we actually need a lot more freezer space than we do fridge space. We don't need a fridge this big, but this little tiny little freezer is definitely not going to be enough for our family. Then up here we've got nothing. We've got some water damage and some scuff marks. Loads of screw holes that'll need to be fixed up. I'm not sure why there are quite so many, if it was just from when they pulled everything out or if they've had some things in the wall as well. But it's got new carpet, new lino and some more carpet down there, but we're going to have to rip up some of this carpet because we're thinking the bathroom's going to go here. Yeah. So we bought this caravan to convert into a tiny house, a portable tiny house. We love travelling, we love being together, we love spending time with the kids, but we were finding it really hard once the kids were born to get out. We did the van life thing before we were married and before we had kids, and we really loved it. It was just Chevelle and I and our cat travelling around in our van, but obviously that wasn't an option with the children, and I just feel that we were really stuck travel-wise. Ever since the kids have been born, we had to take so much stuff with us. We had to take more stuff on a trip to town than we had to take when we went to Europe for a year. So we're really looking for another option, and we landed on this idea.
So what we've been doing is, bulk of the time since getting this caravan to turn into a tiny home was getting a plan laid out, and the plan's been the hardest part because we're trying to fit so much into such a small area. But in saying that, it's one of the largest caravans you can tow on New Zealand roads. It isn't a fifth wheeler, so we do have options, but it's just getting it just right so we're utilising every bit of space. So we do have the main plan down now, but it's just putting in the smaller things that we're doing along the way and working out as we go. So we've had between us not much experience in terms of building, carpentry, electrical work, plumbing. So a lot of it has been working it out on videos on YouTube, and the things that aren't there is just working it out ourselves, really. So a lot of the stuff we're either building from scratch or repurposing. We're not really buying anything new. We're on a tight budget, as well as a quite a big time constraint. So we're trying to get this done as soon as possible, but in the best way possible to make it as professional looking. We don't want to look like a rush job. So it came with a few things that we repurposed and have turned into from one bit of furniture into another, and it's still ongoing. But it's any bit of timber or things that can be recycled, repurposed, and just looking around for things that we can use for it, really, and just finding a purpose.
I feel like a vulture going through people's leftover things, going to the dump, pulling things out, asking people who we know have done renovations, do you have anything left over? Do you have any paint we can have? But it's really proven quite fruitful. We have, so far we've spent, other than the actual initial outlay for the caravan, we haven't spent that much so far. So that part's going quite good. But we don't have any tools or anything. And like Chevelle said, we don't have much experience. So we're really just running on the basics, tool-wise. And I think budget-wise we'll be alright. I think we can pull it. I think it'll be hard, but I think we can pull it off. It's the time. We don't have much time. So it's the start of February now. We have to be living in this by the 1st of June. We don't have an option to extend. That's when Chevelle's a dairy farmer. That's when his contract ends. Our house that we live in goes with the job. So when the job ends, the house ends, basically, and we have to be living in there. We don't have any time to extend. There's no option. So if we don't get it done,
then we're homeless.
Yeah.